Hello everyone, this is Chinmay from TradingView India. Well, guys, after so many days, I have started doing the analysis once again. Well, starting from Bank Nifty, if you see, there are some markings that I have done in this particular Bank Nifty spot. Well, it's a 5-minute time frame. Can you see in last 3 days what is the action that happened? Well, here are some markings. Let me do the zoom. Now, this was the 10th March. What happened on 10th March? It was a gap down opening, and then throughout the day, market went completely sideways. So this was the immediate reaction area. Can you see? Market took a sharp downfall and then started recovering, but then it was completely into that sideways zone, and then a fresh selling happened, and it was taking the resistance exactly in that supply zone. So this become a nice previous rejection zone. Now, next day, what happened? Well, this was the day when market opened gap down, and it was a gap down bullish structure. But can you see? It took the support exactly near the yesterday's low, and then it struggled going above this previous rejection zone. And can you see? Then after it started forming lower highs, and to be very specific, it started forming a kind of symmetrical triangle. And final breakdown when happened, see, this is where I start looking into my opportunities, where markets start appearing below the fresh low. Low of today's was conquered. At the same time, yesterday's low was also taken out. So these are the some areas where you should focus, where the maximum sellers are active now. And then after, can you see here what happened? Well, from then a smooth downfall happened, and it was as much as almost 600 points. So these are few days when you will get a clear structure with respect to the yesterday's market, and then you can also grab your nice opportunities looking at the clear breakdowns. Well, in this particular zone, I definitely track what is the action that is happening on trade code. So for that, I also use OI compass on trade code. Well, in that particular zone itself, if I'm getting a clarity that yes, major sellers are very much active in that zone, yes, then it will be my trigger area where I will start getting into the trade along with the perfect conviction. Now, can you see here what happened today? Well, today it was a kind of tricky day where market was started showing you a lot of volatility. To be specific, it was a Fin Nifty expiry. And can you see today's price action? Well, here market open gap down and then straight away started moving up. Well, this was the yesterday's closing zone where it found its first sellers, and then it started showing you a nice downfall. Well, this was purely a nice downfall somewhere around 500 points. Can you see the market range was expanded because of the yesterday's move? Now, what happened in this particular zone? Can you see what kind of structure it formed? It formed a kind of W pattern, and then it again started moving up. Well, this was the zone where you need to understand whether I should go for continuation or should I participate in the reversal. Well, for me, I started not participating in any index trade. And I also specified the reason on Telegram as well. So let me show you what exactly I shared on Telegram. First, if you see here, this was the zone where I started asking you the simple question whether should I participate in this particular zone. It's a 15-minute time frame. And I also explained that I'm not convinced to go for a long opportunity. Why? Let me show you here. Well, in this particular zone, though the price action was showing you a kind of exhaustion and reversal sign, well, I also need to understand what participants are doing in this particular zone. So if I'll go on trade code and I'll check the overall activity, so that zone was marked somewhere from 10:30. So let me clearly check. This is somewhere around 10:35 to 12:15. So I need to understand the action in that particular zone. So if I'll go and check Bank Nifty, now there are two observations. First thing, well, here, if I'll check on Bank Nifty, this is forming a kind of support, and this is exactly near 39,200 zone. Well, but overall, if you see whether the buyers are active or bears are active, I can continuously see there are so many who have started forming a new pressure, and the bulls have started getting out of the system from the in the money zone. And overall, can you see the activity? It is still negative. So that was the reason I was not much active as a buyer in this particular reversal. Well, what happened then after? Now again, can you see the morning seller was started showing the power? That means they're still fighting over this position and they're not letting price go above this particular zone. What will happen? Well, in last 3 days, we are seeing continuously selling. And if the fresh bias comes into the system and they tackle out all the sellers, the fresh sellers, now the sellers will start showing you panic. And because of that panic, they will start getting out of the system. This is nothing but a short squeeze. And then after, you will definitely see a good rally. Well, that never happened in today's structure. First thing, in this W pattern, or I can say in that double bottom, I was not seeing much active buyers. Second, the fresh sellers are also not taken out. That means a strong 5-minute closing was not happening above the current day's high. That's why I was not active as a buyer. And that's the same thing I have explained here. If I want to go for buying, I will rather go for any stock other than Nifty and Bank Nifty option. So I now hope you got the clear idea about the market structure. As of now, what I'm having a kind of consolidation, a tight range here in the end or in the second half. So tomorrow, if I'm getting any breakout above this particular zone, that is specifically above this 39,700 zone, and for 15 minutes, market sustain above that particular zone, and if it started forming higher high, that time I will definitely try to get into that particular zone as a buyer. Well, I should have a small stop loss in the system. If first 5-10 minutes only, if market started showing you one way up move, it will become a bit difficult to get into it, because whoever is today's buyer, they will start profit booking in that particular zone. So I want a clear structure. Again, if I want to go as a seller, you need to understand, if market opens gap down, start sustaining in this zone, but they are not finding any strength, I want a clear breakdown below today's low and the coming days low. At that time, I can definitely participate along with the small possible stop loss. I hope you got the clarity about the markets here. Now, let's quickly understand the OI structure for this particular expiry. Let me go on Nifty first. Well, on Nifty, at the time of closing, let me refresh it. Well, can you see here? A lot of people have started putting pressure in this particular out of the money zone, but there are hardly any participants on the put side. So data is clearly showing us the bearish signs, but at the same time, as I told you, if tomorrow market opens gap up, what will happen? All these people who are putting pressure near 17,000, 17,100, 200 zone, well, they'll start squeezing out their position because of getting heavy losses if they have participated late. Now, what I want a clear breakout above this particular zone where the maximum amount was deployed. That means if market sustains above 17,200 only, then I'll feel that yes, market have changed the sentiment, and then I start finding out my aggressive bullish positions. Well, similarly, if I look into the Bank Nifty, here in Bank Nifty, can you see? Well, these are the particular zones where I see a strong momentum. Well, if I look at the built up clearly showing me near 39,500. And if I look at 40,000, it is also showing us a nice built up. But today, even though markets were falling, we start getting some first hints that yes, there are few put sellers are present in the system. That means data is not clearly bearish. And as a result, can you see from the both side, we have started seeing some erosion. Again, if you think that both the side have started showing you a premium decay, it was an easy day for the sellers. Well, it was a hell of a day where market started showing us a nice up and down move. You know, to understand, yesterday VIX was rising 20%, and in rising VIX environment, it becomes very difficult for seller to maintain their positions as well. Now, again, if you look at the market structure, 39,700 is a clear barrier. Above that, we can definitely find some opportunities along with the small stop losses. And if today's low is clearly taken out tomorrow and market sustains this, definitely we can have another round of fall below that particular zone. I hope in today's market structure, you got the clarity about the price action as well as where the big people have started putting their money. I hope this type of analysis along with the price action and data is giving you much clarity about the overall market structure. If that is the thing, to like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.
Oh.